to the No Invite Podcast. Yeah.
Season 4, The Process.
Bang, y'all know what it is. It's the motherfucking No Invite Podcast. Season 4, of course. This is The Process, and this is episode 130. And it's your folks, your peoples, your resident scumbag, I guess you could say. And we're doing a little something different. Normally, we just do the podcast. We run it. Normally, first of all, there's nothing normal about what the fuck's going on because I don't have the crew with me. There's no hot mama. There's no and the best kept secret. It is just me today, so I am going to talk my shit. I guess people like the last rant because it made somebody go and download the episodes like about a good, I don't know, they downloaded the motherfuckers like a good, what we're gonna say, like 120 episodes last week were downloaded, which is a bump. I know you guys probably think we do a lot more numbers. I'm keeping it funky with you. That's a lot more than we normally get. So either the feds are listening or it's finally starting to land. Or the fact of the matter is y'all just like hearing a fucking scumbag like myself say some wild and crazy shit and voice his opinion, which is okay. I'm not hurting anybody. Just remember that. The most important thing is that we're not hurting anybody and ourselves. And that's what I'm not doing, you know. So if I'm over here giving and voicing my opinion, that's because this is America, and in our God-given right, we could go and talk that shit and say whatever we feel like, as long as that we're not incriminating ourselves. Well, I think that's a no invite rule. But the main thing is that your boy's here. It's another week. We took a week off because I have been moving and grooving, doing a little bit of traveling here and there, everywhere, all in between. You know what I mean? Ask your bitch. And we're back. And I'm back now. I will be getting Hot Mama and the best kept secret on a podcast soon. So don't trip everybody that has been checking in for them specifically, or that just can't stand to hear my voice for more than 30 minutes. It is what it is. Your boy gotta learn to take stuff in moderation, just like y'all gotta learn that I'm gonna say these jokes. I'm gonna talk my shit. It's my podcast, my platform. So if y'all don't like it, y'all know what to do. Y'all know what y'all can go suck on. We got live right now. Excuse me. We got the live on right now. Instagram live. Shout out to No Invite Podcast and shout out to everybody on my page. All two of y'all right now. They'll catch on eventually later. It is what it is. But we're going to go ahead and kick it off. You know how we do. My week has been kind of cool. Like I said, I did a little bit of traveling and stuff. I went and visited our friendly neighbor to the east in Nevada, also known as Las Vegas. I was out there chilling and talking to a lot of people that I know out there. And I always used to say that people from Vegas drive crazy. And then I kind of started realizing it ain't really the people from Vegas. They drive great. It's really tourists. You know what I mean? People that come from other states and from other parts of the fucking world and in the United States in general, and come to Las Vegas to fuck around, and they end up fucking up some shit, crashing and doing all kinds of wild shit. So that was my theory for a while. I was like, yeah, it gotta be because of all the tourists and stuff like that. But then after being on the road this whole fucking time out there, I was out there for a minute, driving around everywhere. I started realizing something. It's really me it's really California motherfuckers that go out to Nevada and drive crazy. As much as I was saying, damn, motherfuckers drive crazy out here, I started thinking about it. I took a look at myself. I'm like, yo, I think that's me driving crazy. I'm in and out of lanes. I'm boom like this to the right. Now, I don't drive reckless. I said drive crazy. So let's get that straight. Let's get that straightened out. We're not talking about reckless. We're talking about driving crazy. So I started noticing, I'm like, y'all, everybody doing the speed limit. Everybody, staying in their lane. I'm speed racer. Oh, I need to get around. Let me get across. I'm doing 85. I'm doing, this. And then it hit me. I'm like, yo, it ain't tourists that are fucking driving wild in Nevada and Las Vegas specifically. It really be motherfuckers from California. And now before anybody gets it misconstrued, I don't think people come out Although I know that there is. I don't think people go out to other states and intentionally try to disrespect shit. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't speak for everybody neither. There's a lot of motherfuckers out there that know better and act like they don't know better. You dig? But California folks, I think it's not that we go out there intentionally trying to disrespect or drive wild. But if you drive out here in California, then you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Motherfuckers is out of pocket. You can't even merge on a lane when a motherfucker see you start speeding up. It's like, bro, this ain't a race. I'm just trying to get on the motherfucking freeway. What the fuck are you doing? Or motherfuckers really think it's a competition to the point where you see motherfuckers out here road raging, trying to run each other off the road, doing some stupid shit. You feel me? Some shit that'll get your ass caught up for some dumb shit. And it ain't like we going out there in Vegas. So all my Vegas folks, my people, my families out there, people, and like I said, I can't speak for everybody, but I realize now that I'm the part of the problem. You dig what I'm saying? Obviously, you know, your boy drive, but what I want y'all to know is like, it's not because I'm coming out there trying to drive wild and disrespect. It really just is, we drive with a California mentality, because I've been to Arizona and I've been to other places and they don't drive like we do out here. Everything's personal out here. Motherfuckers want to be the first to what? What you want about you got hella pressed, went all the way around me, sped off on me, smashed the gas on me because I was moving too slow. For what? So we could both be at the same stoplight. You know what I mean? I caught up to your ass anyways and wasn't even trying to. You know, but that's how it's bred out here. I don't know if it's because we got a lot of outside influences now. So, you know, this is all a tech place, which makes it a worldwide location, California, more than it has been probably in the past, even though that it's had its moments. Now, I mean, LA, Southern California has always been a big magnet for different places all over the world, and San Francisco and the Bay Area to a certain extent as well. But I think now with the Silicon Valley shit and all these businesses out here and everything, I really feel like now we got a lot of people that live out here. And I'm sure this is the same shit that people from like Texas or Nevada and everything say about all of us that fucking take our asses to their state and do the same shit. Facts. In the Bay Area, people road rage for no motherfucking reason whatsoever. And it's true. It's like, bro, what you mad at? I definitely ain't the one you're mad at, bro, because I don't even know your motherfucking ass. And the shit kills me because y'all go to other states and people are hella courteous. You know, they let you merge in. You feel me? Oh, what? You need to go on ahead. You feel me? Oh, what? Oh, you know what I'm saying? You know, just fuck yeah, go ahead. You can fuck my sister, all that shit, right? They're hella cool. Out here, scumbags. On everything, we scumbags out here. A motherfucker won't even, like I said, a motherfucker get mad, pass you up, speed past you because he thinks you're going too slow. And really, they just going way too motherfucking fast. Just so he could get caught at the same light as you and be waiting for you. What's the difference, bro? What's the difference? I mean, you got to force merge. It's like, bro, what's the difference? We're both here. The only difference is I'm probably getting better gas mileage out than your ass because you want to fucking road rage and go around me hella fast and shit. You know, but it just is what it is. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the other states that's still keeping y'all integrity and shit. People out here in California are maniacs, you know, and it ain't, like I said, I'm going to blame it on, it's the environment. I mean, we can't just drive cool, calm out here. You'll never get to where you're going. People are going to look at you crazy. Motherfuckers will disrespect you for being in the appropriate lane, going the appropriate speed, and they'll get behind you and act like you the motherfucking problem. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the other states, man. Shout out to Nevada, Las Vegas in particular. She got a lot of love out there. Appreciate everybody out there, you know. So we just going to keep it moving, man. But please, my PSA for the week. Yeah, I swear to God, bro, on everything, man. Motherfuckers be red light racist. Like, bro, what? We're here now, bro. You really had to speed across and cut all these lanes to get in front of just me, just so you could go all the way down to the end. And guess what? I'm right here. I'm right here next to you at the light, bro. What happened? I thought you was in a hurry. You should have ran the red light. If that's how you gonna move. But it is what it is, man. All y'all, I'm pretty sure they've traveled outside of the state and spent some substantial time in other states. I'm pretty sure y'all will agree that California drivers are assholes. I'll be the first one to put it out there. And you know what? we have to match that energy. So unfortunately, if I drive like an asshole, people just know that it's built into me. You know, I had no choice. You know, I was molded in it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see the light until I was an adult. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to the live stream, man. I see you guys, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Like I said, this is the intro. Anybody got anything y'all want me to talk about? I'm willing to discuss it with y'all. I'll even bring you all up on live if you want to as well. But please, before y'all say that, make sure that you guys got something to talk about. Ain't nothing worse and more awkward than when a motherfucker get on live with you and he just staring at you and shit. You know? I mean, say something, bro. You know what I mean? That's like when you see somebody in the street and they just staring at you and it's like, bro, say something, nod your head. Disrespect something. Don't just stare because I feel like you're a serial killer staring at me. You dig what I'm saying? So if you're going to stare at me, you know, say something. Move your lips. You know what I mean? Fucking say anything. I don't know, man. Disrespect me or something before you just stare at me, because I'm gonna look at you kind of wild anyways, you know. And at least with a little bit of disrespect, we know what time it is. I ain't gotta guess if you're a serial killer or if you're fucking just weird as shit or whatever, or you're an alien. I don't know what the fuck you are. But man, it's really wild. What's up, everybody on the live? Like I said, I may be making sense. I might not. You know, all I know is this weed is really good. And if y'all got any suggestions on shit y'all want me to talk about, go ahead and leave them in the live comments. Something, talk shit when you're staring at me. Say something, nod your head. You know, ain't nothing worse, because it's like, also, I understand, you know, how sometimes I'll be high, bro. So sometimes I'll be high as fuck and I'll be staring off into the distance when I'm out doing something. And so I could see how somebody would be like thinking I'm probably staring them down or something, right? But then, you know, if somebody catches me lit and I'm looking at them, I'm like, oh, what's up, bro? You know what I mean? I say something, at least try to understand. I'm not dogging you. I'm not mad dogging you. I'm high, motherfucker. You feel me? And somebody told me the other day that I look mad all the time. I was like, I don't look mad. This is my normal face. That's fucked up. That's like the worst thing that you could tell somebody is like, you look tired or you look mad. It's like, what the fuck? This is my regular fucking face. Are you serious? I look tired. I look mad. Fuck am I supposed to look like? I'm supposed to be walking around like, you know what I'm saying? Like, explain to me how I'm supposed to look. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, don't come to me asking me, do I look tired or what's wrong? How about you fix your fucking face first before you say anything to me? Because I don't know what the fuck. Some people walk around with a fucking face that is just like, bro, are you okay? Like, you gotta take shit? You gonna do a mass shooting? What is it? You know what I'm saying? What is it? Okay, good topic. Live stream got me going right now. So, yeah, I did hear about that. I think it was the Surgeon General that said that we're in a loneliness epidemic to the point where it's lethal as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. I don't know. I don't know about the 15 cigarettes a day. He didn't have to, you know, compare it to cigarettes, but for me to understand that that's a possibility. I mean, look how we're living now. We just came off a pandemic. A lot of people were getting fear-mongered like a motherfucker. They were telling them that this shit's gonna evolve and mutate, and next thing you know, this is gonna happen. Then you got fucking the vaccine and everybody's scared, and then you got people pumping anti-vax shit that could be true, could not be true, which we found out actually a lot of it was true. But, you know, do your research, you know what I mean? Even your own fucking Fox and CBS or whatever the fuck you watch nowadays, they said this shit too. So don't look at me crazy. Don't be like, Blaze, you're spreading false information. Fuck that. Do your own research. But anyways, yeah, I mean, they got fear-mongered to death to the point where people were really killing themselves during the pandemic, thinking that the world was going to end. And now they're talking about we're in a loneliness. Well, hell yeah, they're not doing anything to help that out neither. You're not making the streets safer. You're not giving people programs and things to do outside the house. Why does somebody want to leave their fucking house to go do stuff when they're at risk of you telling them that they could get fucking COVID and die, or they're not protected, they need a vaccine, or there's just the crime is just ridiculous and these fucking cops and pigs out here, especially out here, do your research, Antioch PD, yeah, with the racist bullshit, everybody, hey, we not talking about that, huh? Yeah, just because I ain't talking about it don't mean it's not happening. Remember that shit. But you got to worry about the fucking pigs doing something to you, because obviously, let's face it, if you're a racist piece of shit, you're not going to give us You're not going to give us justice. You're going to give us justice how you feel it is, not what the letter of the law says, right? But that's neither here nor there. Why wouldn't people be lonely? You know, I'm a firm believer that you should tell the people that you love how you feel. You should be direct with people, because when you're not direct with somebody and you're trying to guess how they feel, you're trying to guess what they're thinking, you're avoiding the most critical thing to finding out what's really going on. And that's asking, speaking, having a conversation. And it starts with being direct. Ain't nothing wrong with being direct with people. People take that nowadays like you're being disrespectful, you're being extra. It's like, bro, there's nothing wrong with being direct. Being direct cuts a lot of bullshit out, because you let somebody know by being direct where you stand on what. And then you give them the opportunity and the choice to whether or not they want to deal with you or not. And you give yourself the opportunity and choice by being direct, by letting them know what you're not going to deal with or what you're not going to put up with. See, the problem is nowadays, when you're direct with somebody else takes it as offense. Somebody takes it as intimidating. Somebody doesn't like that, which is bullshit. In my opinion, being direct could cut you a lot of bullshit and a lot of pain and a lot of just problems in general. But yeah, Surgeon General did come out with that, if y'all didn't know. And I tell them all the time, I got the people I love with me. I'm like, don't be holed up in your room. Don't be isolating from your family, your folks, because you're going through something. Sometimes you need to seek counsel. And I don't mean seek counsel with strangers. I don't mean seek fucking go onto Facebook and Instagram and tell all your problems and hope that you're going to hear what you want to hear, because you're not going to get that from no social media, by the way. Motherfuckers don't like to burn, but they sure do like to see a house fire. You dig what I'm saying? So remember that. So while you're over there trying to fucking vent and hoping to get sympathy for something and get people to fucking to relate to you, complete strangers, what you need to do is take your ass into the room next door and talk to somebody that might actually know you, might know how you feel, somebody that's real, somebody that cares about you, that's going to give you the feedback you deserve, and maybe not do like how these folks do on social media, where they'll chop you up and give you the wrong fucking information or make you feel stupid or just slander you and destroy your whole self-esteem, even though it's esteem of your motherfucking self. But you know what I mean? It is technology. Technology has played a big role in it. Shout out to 16th World for the question, for the topic, and for saying that, yeah, of course technology has a big part to do with it, but it's also like, you know, it's everything. It's society, bro, in general at large. You know, a lot of us parents that have kids right now, we grew up in an era where you know, you left the house and no one knew where you were. You feel me? We watched ourselves. Our parents were at work. There was 3, 4 of us, maybe 5 of us in the house, none of us in our teens. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of each other, 10, 11 years old. You feel me? 12 years old in the house, cooking for each other, you know, waiting for our parents to get home, you know, doing our homework or whatever. Or if it was me, smoking cigarettes and stealing bikes and shit. But either ways, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're the way we raised our kids might be to a fault, because we're trying to not maybe shelter them, but we're trying to protect them for the bullshit, because we know what's out there. And at the same time, so it fits right in with the technology, because we prefer them to be home and be on that shit. You dig what I'm saying? We prefer them to be home and what's it called? Stay home and play video games, or stay home and watch your videos and not do nothing. You know what I mean? So because of that, yeah, I mean, the epidemic is at an all-time high. You got people killing themselves. You got people that are confused about what they are, who they are. You got, I mean, the news doesn't help. A lot of this shit doesn't help. So I honestly, the only way I feel like, in my personal opinion, is to combat that is to be proactive in your own home. You got to make sure that you treat your kids, you know, give them their privacy and their space, but you also got to be on them and let them know that you love them. Let them know that you're not going to put up with that bullshit, you know? So, with that being said, I'm going to take a quick break. This is the Known by Podcast, your boy moving, grooving, and dealing, you dig? All right, back from the motherfucking break. Sorry if I was, what do you call it? You know what I mean? Touching some subjects that were maybe a little hard for y'all to deal with. But I mean, it is what it is. The reality of it is the way the society is right now. You got to definitely be more of an active parent. And if you are not an active parent and you got nieces and nephews and shit like that, and you don't got, make sure that you take a more active role into your nieces and nephews' lives. You know what I mean? Try to be there for them. And because the worst thing, ain't nothing worse than a kid that needs help and is totally getting ignored for the help. Now, are we perfect? No. Nobody out here is perfect. A lot of us didn't have real parents to show us how to fucking be parents. You feel me? A lot of our parents were not very good parents. And I understand that. So that's why we have to do, as people in general, humans, if you want a better society, yeah, you could move all you want to, but at the end of the day, trouble always follows because the shit starts within the house. So I would recommend, to combat this loneliness, make a more of an effort to be there for the people that matter to you the most, nieces, your nephews, if you have kids, your children, you feel me? They are the future. They are the reason why society is what it is. And it's not to say that everybody don't got issues or whatnot. And it's not to say that we're making excuses for anything, because we don't make excuses. What we do on this is try to diagnose why things are the way they are. We're not here trying to say that it's okay because of this. No, it's not okay. But at the same time, let's not be foolish and act like we don't know why things end up the way they do, and it starts with a lot of different shit. So I'm glad that they're at least addressing it and they're really talking about it, but I don't know what kind of, it's one thing to address it and talk about it, but what kind of programs is the Surgeon General and the government going to make to try to help combat this? You dig? I don't see them building recreation centers where I'm at. I don't see them doing any kind of programs to promote art and music and culture, things that have been known to bring people together, thus combating loneliness. It's a new era. That's a new day and age with tech. How can you combine tech and being social without being isolated from human contact, if that makes sense? I get it. I don't want to, everyone's like, well, my kid, he got anxiety, social anxiety and stuff. He's like, yeah, because you never bring him around nobody. You put him in a fucking glass jar and you expect him to fucking be the man when he's out there. You think he's going to be comfortable? You think she's going to be comfortable around people? No. But you gotta first, if it took a while for her to, or him to get that way, it's going to take a while for them to get out, but you got to get out of the house. And I know that sounds crazy because, all the shit that goes on, and it's like, but I mean, at the end of the day, maybe that's the plan the whole time. I don't know. But at the end of the day, we are human beings. We're wired a certain way. We have to have that community, that interaction, that human contact, and sometimes, when you're young, I know I could speak for myself on this one. When I was young, I didn't feel like the people in my household understood me. So then I went out to find people that thought like me. I wanted to go out and do that and then I ended up going and doing reckless shit. Now, is it the people around me fault? No, it's just how, like I said, how humans are wired and everybody's different. We need that common ground with other humans. We need to know that we're not crazy, that other people think like we do. Other people feel like we do. Hence the fucking podcast. I'm not a fucking professional. I'm not somebody that's qualified here to tell you how to live your life by any means. And I'll say that now. What I do is relay information from my personal experiences and just me as a person, a human being, looking and being very aware of my surroundings and analyzing and people in general. I'm not one of those fake internet coaches that try to tell you to get up and if a man is a real man and whatever, it's like, I don't subscribe to that bullshit because a lot of these dudes are not qualified to tell you anything in life. A lot of times their motivations don't lie because they really want to help people. A lot of times their motivations start with their own selfish desires. And what they're doing is they're trying to build their fan base. They're trying to get popping on these social platforms by what only way they think they know they can. They probably tried to make music and failed at it. They probably tried this and tried that. So now they're on here trying to give you bad advice on how to your relationship advice when these motherfuckers ain't qualified. That's why, like, don't get me wrong, I'm on here right now, okay? So I could be in some people's eyes a contradiction. But the difference between me is that I genuinely want to help people. I'm the one that out of all these podcasts where they're slandering other people, where they're fucking talking gossip and disrespecting people and crucifying them in society, or what do they call that? In anyways, in public, for scrutinizing them. That I don't do that. I might do some, but it's basically mostly on commentary. We don't do no hating on the No Invite podcast, but we also try to enlighten. We try to educate. If we don't, I'm not going to sit here and teach financial literacy if I don't know it. But if I know somebody that does, like my homegirl Silena, then I'll bring her on and I'll have her give you guys some game, because that's what I do. You could go look back at any one of my podcasts. That's all I really do, is pass on game to people and how it's supposed to be. Knowledge, help each other out. Why repeat my mistake if I'm explaining it to you and I'm displaying it for you right now? That's right there the best gift you could get somebody, because now they're taking my experience and seeing what the possibility is, and now it's just another way for them to formulate their own opinion and their own outlook on what they should do. If I'm sitting here and I'm telling you don't drink and drive, I got a DUI and shit, and I'm telling you from personal experience, half the people might just turn their fucking ear off and not even give a fuck, or just like, whatever, motherfucker, you got a DUI, you can't tell me shit. The other 25% might just hear me and be like, yeah, but never apply that shit. And then you might get that other 25, if you're lucky, or it might just be 1% that actually hears my story about me getting a DUI and says, you know what, I'm not finna do that stupid fucking shit. I'm gonna do better, just because I know that this motherfucker, what could happen, because this motherfucker told me what could happen, and obviously countless other examples. But hearing somebody directly say it, like myself, that's different. I'm not, like I said, if I'm not qualified, I'll bring somebody here. There's a reason why Britt was here. Britt was on the podcast because she has something of value to give to the world, and she's trying to do that as we speak, and she is doing that. And we had her here on the podcast so that she could try to break down some of these hard topics when it comes to mental health that people every day are facing. So can't nobody ever put me in the same category as these so-called motivational talkers on these platforms, because a lot of times what they're doing is pandering. They're telling a specific set of, a group segment, telling a specific group segment what they want to hear without and using broad statements, like, whatever the case might be, you pick it, you name it. Y'all heard what happened. I'm still, by the way, I'm still getting shot in these comments over some shit I said. I literally said one sentence under the wrong motivational coach's picture, and to this day it's got like 400 or 500 likes, and it keeps going. Every day I get notifications. People like my one comment, which was, dude is simping for a living, which was intended as a joke. And I'm also getting the hordes of lonely and misled women that think that because I said that I feel attacked about what this person is saying, when in actuality, as I use Instagram for entertainment, while other people run there and try to live their whole lives based off what they see, instead of going out in real life and living their life based on what they really experience. So because of that, I say all that to say this, still shooting at me right now, and I'm still getting hella likes and notifications, and every now and then some disgruntled, bitter, extremely shattered and lonely individual will get under there and type a whole paragraph on how I must be this and I must be that because I said dude was simping for a living. So that lets you know right there, like, people, please use your brain, use your head. I tell you guys again, and you could go back damn near to my first episode. Don't take everything that I say and run with it. Now, you could take it and go fucking do some research and find out for yourself, because there's only really a couple ways to learn shit. You're going to learn it by seeing other people's mistakes, by feeling your own mistakes and just experiencing it. So, I mean, it is what it is. So shout out to all the broken and shattered women out there, all the real women that are out there handling their business and do not get offended by what they see or when they see somebody else make a joke. I see that not only has social media robbed us all of our attention span, they also robbed a lot of y'all of your sense of humor. So we're going to keep it moving. It's a little topic that we've been talking about. I've been saying this for a long time, so I'm not going to beat the dead horse because the horse is dead. And matter of fact, if I say that again, they might just cancel me. I mean, PETA might pull up and just start and do a drive-by. You know what I'm saying? Throw horse shit. Pull up on their electric-powered hoverboards, which ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. But, you know, they got it. They don't believe in, they don't even call it horsepower. You know, they call it go power or some shit. I don't fucking know. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Like I said, the point is that yeah, we've been talking about it, so we're not going to keep going into in depth about it. But the godfather of AI, one of the main researchers and people that helped develop and oversee this technology and been in the field and watch it grow, has recently retired and came out and said that there is an extreme amount of danger when it comes to, now this ain't verbatim, so like I said, do your fucking research. Bing, bing, message. But extreme danger when it comes to the potential of AI. And I've been saying it, you know, we're all going to say it. In fact, man, fuck it. The algorithm might just shit on me. You know, you might never even get the chance to see this, but I don't care. But yeah, the big danger when it comes to AI, because you're building something that we got to remember something, and we got to be honest with ourselves. Human beings are probably the worst thing to ever happen to this planet. As far as we just talking about Earth health wise, we don't make anything that is really helpful to the environment. Everything we make poisons the environment, our environment where we live. We're petty. We fight wars for bullshit. We're greedy. We fucking steal from each other. We steal from other countries. We steal from the fucking poor who barely have anything as it is. We are fucking scum. Any logical person that doesn't have any skin in the game, and this is no pun intended, any logical being would look at us and be like, we're fucking doomed. Okay? And I know that for every person that thinks like that, or every thought that I have like that, I also know that there's a thought that we have potential for not being doomed, and there is hope for us, but we'll get to that later. So like I said, so why do you think probably aliens don't fuck with us like that? They probably, if there is aliens and you believe all the conspiracy stories about how they made deals with the government and for this and that, and they could only take so many, that's why they haven't, if that's the case, that's why they don't want to reveal themselves to us. They're probably like, no, let me take a couple of these motherfuckers over here. We're going to cut them open. We're going to run tests on them and figure out why the fuck do they act so stupid? I could be wrong, but you know, yeah, we murder, we kill, we destroy the earth, we set off bombs, we fucking steal from the poor. I mean, any logical beings, once again, that have no skin in the game, like some aliens, would be like, fuck, we want to interact with y'all. What the fuck? Y'all want our technology so y'all could come to our planet and steal all our shit like y'all do to each other? Fuck out of here. You know, they're logical beings. They're not, they're going to be like, yo, we want to know why the fuck you guys are fucked up. That's probably what it is. Hopefully they're trying to fix us and cure us of our bullshit. It's neither here nor there. But then, yeah, so why wouldn't AI that doesn't have feelings like that, it looks at everything from a logical standpoint, like right or wrong, you know, science, whatever the fuck, however it's based. Why would it think that we deserve to live? To say it for lack of a better word. Why? I just seen a video that they had AI make, somebody asked AI to make a beer commercial, and it looked like a scene from a scary fucking movie. Google that if y'all don't believe me. It looked like hell. You know what I mean? I think I seen it on World Star, but it's out there. It looked crazy. And I don't know if y'all ever seen AI pictures. I know you guys see the little advertisements and stuff like that, but I had a couple run-ins with AI technology where I've asked them to make pictures of certain things, and I think it could be because it's cheap, or you have to unlock and pay the full price, because you know these motherfuckers ain't stupid neither. You ain't gonna just use their shit and for the free like that. But every person that they depicted in a picture or anything looked like a fucking demon. Their face looked crazy and wild. I don't know about these RTAI pictures that y'all be getting and you see and you motherfucker look like a comic book, and I ain't never seen none of that from any AI that I've interacted with that spit out a picture. But why wouldn't they feel like we ain't shit? Why wouldn't AI be like, fuck these motherfuckers? They're tearing up the planet. They're destroying the fucking earth. They're stealing, murdering each other. So much pain, so much suffering, starvation, you name it. You know, there's a lot of good. Don't get me wrong. But does all the good outweigh all the bad? I don't know. You know, I would like to think it does. I would like to think that, you know, we have potential to be better. I like to think that, you know, as a human race, one day we'll get it. We'll evolve finally, that last little gear kick in, and we'll understand that, hey, maybe we could do things without having to fuck shit up around us. Maybe we could get along enough so that we can make something better. You know, imagine if we as a human race got along to the point where we shared technology. You know, we try to move not the fucking our country forward, which ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, because that's just how it is set up. But we try to move everything, humanity forward in advance, period. I know. It's a fucking fantasy. Some people are going to say New World Order. Motherfuckers are going to come out the woodworks. You know, the sniper on the grassy knoll and all that shit. But I'm just saying, eventually it's something got to happen. So either we're going to be literally in a fucking one of the many Terminator franchises, or we're gonna be, you know what I mean, our own destruction. You know, why worry about AI when the motherfucker out here walking down the street is somebody that looks like me is probably trying to kill me, trying to rob me. You know, why do I have to worry about technology when the fucking pigs in the police department where I live are fucking racist? And they have exposed their racist text and all the crazy shit that they're saying, on top of being corrupt and already being investigated. Aha, where do you see that at? Do they pump that? No, they pump fucking bullshit in your ear and on your fucking Instagram so that they could keep your ass in a perpetual cycle of fear and consuming and fear and following. So, you know, hey, I hate to be the one to tell you if you didn't already know, but your panties are showing. Anyways, we're gonna keep it moving. I hate to keep going on the conspiracy shit, but I guess that's what's on my list. So I know you guys have noticed the uptick, and we're going to say uptick with quotes because we all know this is controlled. The upticks in mass shootings, the uptick in police brutality scenarios, and people getting killed in racial incidents. I know you guys noticed that, right? Or am I the only one that's noticed that? I know y'all noticed that. I mean, damn, what is it? Election year already? Oh no, it's almost election year next year, right? So look, I'm not trying to in no way, shape, or form diminish or devalue or desensitize y'all to what happened. These are real people, and I know that could be debatable depending on who you ask. But you know, these are real people that are getting hurt. These are real people that are hurting people, and these are real issues, right? You know, gun violence, racial discrimination, and police brutality. But I want you guys to be aware of something. That shit didn't ever stop. That shit did not stop. I know you guys like to think, hey, you know what I mean? Since Biden's been in office, there's been less of that, less racial restraint. No, what it is has been less coverage. It's been less emphasized. It's been less stressed in the media. You dig what I'm saying? So these things have happened, and you could ask people, because there's real life people out there that throughout this whole administration have still felt racial discrimination, bias, police brutality, mass shootings. You know, it's just, I really honestly feel like when it comes to election time, it's time to scare the masses, y'all. Hey, you gotta vote for somebody, because if you vote for Biden, your kids are gonna be gay. And if you vote for Donald Trump, your kids are going to be in the Klan. You feel me? So, you better vote for somebody. You better pick a side. You feel me? And at the end of the day, guess who's losing? You're losing. You're losing because you're turning into cattle. I don't want to use sheep because they're going to say I'm woke, and then they're going to start saying other shit. And the next thing you know, I'm an extreme leftist, and I'm a lefty, and I'm a righty, and all that other bullshit. And really, I ain't none of that. And y'all the stupid motherfuckers that I gotta watch every day. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, this world functions a certain way, and we have to have politics, I guess you say, to a certain degree, because that's the only way that you can, I feel like, manage the masses. But at the same time, do I feel like our political system, our media, and all the other shit is kind of iffy? Yeah, hell yeah, sketchy than a motherfucker. And let's just call it what it is. You know, there's good in everything, and there's, well, not good in everything. You know what I mean? Take that back before y'all try to quote me. But there's bad in everyone, put it that way. You know? It's just some people have different levels to it. And, you know, when it comes to this shit, like I said, it's whose agenda is it? You know, can you say you're really the master of your own domain? Do you on either side of the party spectrum really feel like you have control over your surroundings and how you live? Or do you feel like, hey, there's another group out there that's constantly trying to devalue what my beliefs in America and all this other shit and freedom, and you know what I mean? I'll let y'all put those things together for yourself. But yeah, the real change begins when all of us decide to move as one. And until that happens, which probably never will, not in this cycle of life, maybe the fucking great big life-changing event happens and we're able to get our shit together. But yeah, you're gonna have to learn how to do the right thing. Be careful. Like I said, prayers go out to everyone that lost their lives in these mass shootings and these police brutality events and incidences of racial discrimination and whatnot. Please also be smart. Remember that the minute that you give somebody else the power to control how you feel, to trigger you, to make you react, and maybe not in a way that you would normally do or how you would normally like to, then you give them control over you. Remember that. You give them control over you because they know what it takes to set you off. And that goes for any side. So, I'm just who the fuck I know. I ain't no professional, you know what I mean? I just like to smoke weed and go on little rants here and there. Last one, we're gonna end on a happy note, and I'm not even gonna say this is a happy note. This is just the opportunity for me to get these jokes off. You dig? It has been reported that scientists have ran a lot of, I want to say, hands-on tests to come to the conclusion that you run a higher risk of acquiring cancer by giving oral sex. And I know what a lot of you females are out there thinking. You're going to die pretty soon. But I don't know. I'm going to take this one with a grain of salt, because this is what they're saying. It's like, yo, like who is this angry, bitter person that wrote this motherfucking paper or did this study? That's the non-head giving ass or non-head getting ass bitch that wrote this shit. You feel me? I'm gonna need to see proof. How can you say that? Like I said, I mean, you could go to Pornhub right now. Them motherfuckers is kicking and living and doing what the fuck they do. But at the same time, there could be truth to it. You know, we used to be like, cigarettes, that shit don't hurt nothing. They ain't hurt nobody. We used to say that. We used to smoke in the house with all our kids in there. You know, not me, but I'm just saying humans. You dig? Not me particularly. Okay. Find out tobacco kills you, gives you cancer. They were saying it for a while. I remember I just seen a video not too long ago where people were, it was like a throwback video when they were finally coming in the United States, actually having federal, all states were doing seatbelt laws and helmet laws. And people were like, fuck that shit. I don't need to wear a helmet, or I don't need this and that. And what happened? That shit ended up being right. Seatbelts, helmets save lives. Shit. You know, so there might be some truth to this shit. You never know. You know what I mean? Who knows? Give me 20 years. I know a lot of you dick sucking hoes out there. In 20 years, I'm gonna check back in with y'all, all right? Just for scientific purposes only. I'm gonna check back in with y'all and y'all tell me what y'all think. I mean, let me see your tonsils, bitch. But nah, I'm gonna check in with y'all, make sure you guys are cool. And the next 20 years, we're gonna find out if this is true, because you know us humans, we can't take just anybody's word for it. We gotta find out for ourselves. So till that time comes, pass the pussy and Take care of yourself out there, people. With that being said, this is episode 130. There's No Invite Podcast, season 4, the process. This is what the fuck we do. Yeah, I went on a rant again. Another week of me by myself, but I promise you I'm going to fix this problem, because when I'm by myself, ain't nobody stopping this motherfucking train. The train going off the tracks and all that shit, and we knocking everything fucking down in the way. I'm going to say how I say and how I feel. And you know, the only people that can stop me is me. Yeah, at the end of the day. But the good thing for me is that I'm not on here being irrational. Well, too irrational. You dig what I'm saying? And like I said, I tell you once again, do your own research, make up your own mind, but most importantly, try to learn from other people's mistakes. You don't have to, people don't like getting preached to and all that shit. I get all that, but that don't mean you don't have to be observant. That don't mean you can't look. You see that dude walking down the street? He just stepped in a pile of shit. Why would you walk down there and step in the same shit? Especially if you've seen him. You dig? Am I making sense? With that being said, y'all go ahead, go follow us on Instagram at no_invite_podcast. You could also go to our YouTube channel. That's RiBirth Media Films, RiBirth Media Films with a Z. Check us out there. Subscribe, like, slander us in the comments like you always do. Shout out to everybody that's still shooting me in that Instagram comments. I've gotten quite a few followers over it. And not because I'm getting cooked, but because I shoot back, motherfucker. So yeah, you wanna talk shit to me on Instagram, that's fine. I'm not finna be there arguing with you, but I will hit you with the truth. You dig what I'm saying? Because there's no reason why. Well, I mean, Instagram is negative. It don't matter. So anyways, social media, y'all got it. Y'all know what it is. It's No Invite Podcast. I'm Blaze Diz, and I'm out.